Now, students, probability. In this topic, we will take conditional probability. If E and F are two events of a sample space, then probability of event E, given that the event F has already occurred, is called conditional probability of E. It is denoted by PE oblique F and is defined as PE oblique F is equal to number of elements E intersection F upon number of elements of F. And if we divide numerator and denominator by number of elements of sample space, then we get PE oblique F is equal to PE intersection F upon PF. Similarly, conditional probability of F will be PF oblique E is equal to PE intersection F upon P. Here, conditional probability of E is denoted by PE oblique F. Conditional probability of E when F has occurred is equal to PE intersection F upon PF. जो नंबर डिनोमिनेटर जो इवेंट डिनोमिनेटर में होगी वो नीचे उसका प्रोबेबिलिटी आएगी, ये ध्यान रखना है। तो पी एफ ऑब्लिक ई क्या होगा? पी एफ ऑब्लिक ई इज इक्वल टू पी इंटरसेक्शन एफ अपॉन पी। नाउ देयर आर सम प्रॉपर्टीज of conditional probability. If E and F are the events of a sample space S in a random experiment, then we have PS oblique F is equal to PF oblique F is equal to 1. S sample space, we know that PS oblique F will be equal to PS intersection F upon PS intersection F upon PF. But PS intersection F will be PF, and that will be PF upon PF, so result will be 1. Thus we say that PS oblique F is equal to 1. Now there is another property. If A and B are two events of a sample space and F is the event of S such that PF is non-zero, then PA union F is equal to PA oblique F plus PB oblique F minus PA intersection B oblique F. This is one formula. If A and B are disjoints, it means A intersection B is equal to phi, then PA union F will be equal oblique F will be equal to PA oblique F plus PB oblique F, as PA intersection B will be 0 for disjoint sets. Now there is property number 3, PE complement F. E complement oblique F is equal to 1 minus PE oblique F. This is property number 3. Now I am taking few examples. If PA is equal to 7 by 13, PB is equal to 9 by 13, then PA intersection B is equal to how much? PA intersection B is given 4 by 13. Then we have to evaluate PA oblique B. We know that PA oblique B will be equal to PA intersection B upon PB. PA intersection B upon PB. Now here we are given PA intersection F is this, PB is this. So formula is PA intersection B is equal to this. Thus we can, the result is 4 by 13 multiply 9 by 13 will give you 4 by 9. Another example, a family has two children. What is the probability that both the children are boys given that at least one of them is a boy? Here are two events. One is both the children are boys, and another event is at least one of them is a boy. First we construct the sample space of two children, that is equal to this boy boy, girl girl, girl boy, boy girl, girl girl. And E and F are denoted the events. E denotes both children are boys. Both children are boys. This is considered as E. Given that it is given, it means it is previously occurred. At least one of them is a boy. Now for E, what are the elements? Both are boys. It means it will having only one element. P E is equal to B comma B. And for F, at least one of the child is a boy. That means we have such pair which are containing boy, BB, GB and BG from above. Thus we see that E intersection F will be equal to B, only element B. Now find PF. How much is PF? Here F is having one element. F is having three elements, so 3 by 4. And P intersection F will be 1 by 4. Now PE oblique F, that is equal to P intersection F oblique PF. So 1 by 3 divided 1 by 4 divided 3 by 4, we get 1 by 3 is the result. Another example is there. In a school there are 1000 students, out of which 430 are girls. It is known that out of 430, 10% of girls study in class 12. What is the probability that a student chosen randomly studies in class 12 given that the chosen student is a girl? Here we are having two events. Let E is the event that the the student chosen randomly study in class 12 is, what is the probability that the student chosen randomly from class 12? This portion will give you the student chosen randomly class 12. It is E, and given that the chosen student is a girl, it is F. So F is the event that randomly chosen student is a girl. Now you have to find PE oblique F. So that is P intersection F upon PF. Now you see here PF is equal to 430 upon 1000, and P intersection F, 10% of this 43 upon 10,000. Now P oblique F, P intersection F upon PF, that is 43 upon 1000 divided 430 upon 1000. So we get 1 by 10. Now a property, multiplication theorem on probability. Multiplication theorem, this is let E and F are two events associated with a sample space S, then E intersection F is the event that both E and F have occurred. Both E and F have occurred. So we know that by the conditional probability, P oblique F is equal to P intersection F upon PF. Cross multiplying, we get PE in we get PE intersection F is equal to PF into PE oblique F, or PE intersection F is also equal to PE into PF oblique E. This result is called multiplication rule of probability. It means one event is happening one time and after it another event is happening, so we may say PE intersection F is equal to P into PF oblique E. An example is there. An urn contains 10 black and 5 white balls. Two balls are drawn from urn, one after the other without replacement. What is the probability that both drawn balls are black? Let E and F denotes respectively the events that first and second ball drawn are black. We are drawing two balls one by one and without replacement and saying that both are black balls. So we consider E is the event, then first ball is black, and F is the event, then second ball is black. Now P intersection F, we have to find P intersection F. Both are black. So here P is equal to P black ball in first row, and there are 10 black balls, 10 upon total 15. Given that the first ball is black, event E has occurred. Now there are 9 black balls and 5 white balls. Therefore, the probability that the second ball drawn will give you by this 9 upon 14. So one is direct probability, another one is conditional probability for second event. Thus we see here by multiplication rule we can say PE intersection F is equal to PE into PF oblique E. Thus we get 10 by 15 multiply 9 by 14, that will give you 3 by 7. So if there are three mutually exclusive events, then PE intersection F intersection G is equal to PE into PF oblique E, that into PG oblique E intersection F. So this is the rule for more than two events. Now there is a topic for independent event. Events E and F are said to be independent if the occurrence of one does not affect the occurrence of other, or we can say these two events are independent. In this case, if two events E and F are independent, then PF oblique E will be equal to PF. No effect of happening the previous event. Similarly, P oblique F is equal to P. Thus we see that if E and F are independent, then PE intersection F is equal to PE into PF. This is the property for independent events. PE intersection F is equal to P into PF. अब suppose two experiments, random experiments are said to be independent, then what? How will you say? We take one event E from one experiment and another event F from another experiment, second experiment, then PE intersection F is equal to P into PF, then we say that both experiments are independent. If there are three mutually exclusive, mutually independent events, then PA intersection B intersection C is equal to PA into PB into PG. This is for three events. And if the events E and F are independent, suppose these two are independent, then E dash and F will be also independent. E dash and F dash will also be independent. Here dash means complementary event. Complementary event. So next, if A and B are two independent events, then the probability of occurrence of at least one of A and B is given by 1 minus PA dash oblique PA dash into PB dash. PA dash into PB dash. Now example, if PA is 3 by 5, PB is 1 by 5, find PA intersection B if A and B are independent. We know that if E and F are independent events, then PE intersection F is equal to P into PF. So PA intersection B will be equal to PA into PB. So PA is 3 by 5, multiply 1 by 5, you get 3 by 25. Another example, two cards are drawn at random and without replacement from the pack of 52 cards. Find the probability that both the cards are black. We are drawing two cards one by one successively without replacement. Then we have to find the probability that both cards are black. Now E be the event that first drawn card is black, and F is the event second drawn card is black. If here two cards are selected successively without replacement, that means PE means PE is equal to number of black cards upon total cards. There are 26 black cards upon total cards are 52. So this calculating we get 1 by 2. PF means one card is already drawn. It means there are remaining 25 black cards from 51 cards. So probability of F is equal to 25 by 51. Now PE intersection F, that means both cards are black, will be equal to PE into PF, that is 1 by 2 multiply 25 by 51. So we get 25 by 102 as a result. There is another question. A box of oranges is inspected by examining three randomly selected oranges drawn without replacement. If all the three oranges are good, the box is approved for sale. Otherwise, it is rejected. Find the probability that the box containing 15 oranges out of 12 are good and 3 are bad will be approved for sale. For approved for sale means all the three drawn oranges must be good, and the oranges are selecting successively without replacement. So we consider A is the event, first good orange is selected, B is the event, second good orange is selected, C is the event, third good orange is be selected. So three oranges are selected simultaneously, successively without replacement. Now PA will be equal to 12 by 13 because there are 12 cards, 12 good oranges, and 12 plus 3 total oranges are 15. Now PV will be 1 less than 11 by 14. and PC will be 10 by 13. Now we have three bands A and B and C which are mutually exclusive if PA intersection B intersection C is equal to PA into PB into PC. So probability of all three oranges selected will be equal to PA intersection B intersection C is equal to 12 by 15 into 11 by 14 into 10 by 13. So after calculation we get 44 by 91. Thus you have complete this work and solve the assignment. Okay, have a good day.